Ladies and gentlemen, this is Ballet Ring. We have tea.
Yes, we do.
Because we are spilling the tea today. Spilling the tea on what it is like to be a ballet dancer. I feel like there's so much mystique and so much glamour attached to the title of
Being
ballet
a dancer.
But today we are taking you in with us and we are going to expose the not so glamorous side of our job, and namely the tiny, extremely petty, very negligible, but also still there problems that ballet dancers face almost every day.
Almost daily. You guys really love learning about ballet culture and what it's like to actually be in the ballet world, not just standing outside of it from like a distance behind a glass or whatever. So you can consider this video your daily dose of ballet culture. It's supposed to be fun. It's supposed to be kind of like silly, but anyway, if you're ready for the video, make sure you hype it. Swipe over this way until you see the little hype button because that helps us a lot. Tap the like button if you're ready and let's go.
Let's go. It's gonna be a casual video today.
Casual video.
And we're just gonna like talk about our tiny little petty dancer problems.
Exactly. So
what a great day. You're in for a treat.
You wanna go first? You
Sure,
go first.
I'll go first. Okay, my main pet peeve, and this is gonna be the first one that I mentioned because it is my main pet peeve and the one that I struggle with the most.
Sure.
And this is when you are wearing pointe shoes and your heels fall off.
Oh yeah.
This happens to me specifically all the time. It is the thorn in my side. It is the bane of my existence. It will be the cause of my downfall and inevitable crash out. Not even joking.
I think this is a very common problem for a lot of dancers, but it really is up to the individual's feet and the way they fit their shoes. Some people have what's called a disappearing heel. Basically a heel that kind of retracts up when you go on point.
Yeah, when you point your foot.
Yeah, your heel just kind of tucks in instead of like remaining a heel shape. So then when your heel tucks in like that, then the heels of your pointe shoes tend to fall off. And that's, as you can imagine, quite disruptive for the dancing.
The amount of times that my heel has fallen off mid-combination.
Yeah.
While you're dancing, traveling, you're going across the floor,
Yeah.
your heel just boop, it's off. And then your shoe is like half on your foot, and then you have to like stop in the middle of the room, try and pull it back on and keep dancing in time with the music.
Yeah.
Or you just finish the combo with your foot half out of your shoe, which is very unsafe, and I do not
It's very
recommend
dangerous.
it.
Do not do that.
But yeah, I think that's my main problem. And this can be easily remedied with rosin.
Rosin, or just like, I used to have to sew the sides of my shoes so that they're a little bit narrower going up into the back. If you get custom shoes, you can also request the shoemakers to kind of tailor that heel a little bit, kind of hold on to your heel a little bit better.
Yeah. For me right now, I've been relying on rosin on my heels.
Rosin helps a lot.
It does help.
It really does help a lot.
But if I, God forbid, forget to put rosin on, the heels are coming off my feet, and that is just inevitable.
Okay, this is another one that's kind of like a small thing. Honestly, it doesn't happen a whole lot for me personally, but when it does, it really gets on my nerves. And that is when you have your tights on, or you have that little shelf bra in your leotard, and it gets like twisted, or it rides up or slopes down.
Oh my god!
While you're dancing. And the thing is, like, if you're mid combo, or if you're like, especially in partnering, and you're like kind of like mid whatever, and then as things just start shifting underneath your leotard, it's just a mess. And you can't be like fidgeting.
A lot of dancers wear tights over to avoid this problem. But like if you're wearing your tights underneath your leotard, it's really hard if the waistband gets twisted inside of your leotard. You're like just trying to like fix it discreetly.
Yeah, you have to like get underneath the leg of your leotard.
You try to like fix it all the way one way, and then you get to the end and you realize that you just fixed it twisted.
You fixed it twisted.
And then you have to like undo it.
And I think because of that, I've switched to wearing my tights outside. Just
Oh,
it's
yeah.
easy. If it does get twisted, it's way easier just to fix it.
Because it's
pull
on the
it up.
outside of your
Yeah,
leotard.
because it's outside.
But that is a universal dancer problem. And honestly, I'm pretty sure all of our dancers out there can relate.
Yeah.
All of us have had to be like, fix the waistband of your tights, or
you're
fix
pulling the shelf down a little bit.
It's not that it's terribly annoying, it's just that it's so frequent.
It's frequent and yeah, it's persistent.
Oh, another one that I have is when the tape starts to flick up on the floor.
This one actually breaches the annoying and sometimes gets into hazardous.
Oh, yes.
though.
So for our non-dancers, dancers' flooring is very, very specific. We have like a Marley flooring, and it comes in rolls.
It's like a panel.
like strips, like panels.
Yeah.
And so you like lay them out on the floor. Usually it'll be like 4 or 5 panels,
Depending on your
studio.
studio, yeah.
Where the seams are for the Marley, you either glue it down with like, it looks like silicone caulking, but it's not.
Yeah,
I don't
could be
think
that.
it is.
Not sure.
Some sort of glue. Either that, or it's like tape, like gaffer's tape.
Yeah.
The light gray gaffer's tape. Everyone knows what I mean.
Yes.
Or black. It could also be black.
that.
But the thing is, when there's tape on top of the floor, sometimes when your dancers are, brushing through the floor and doing tendus, and the tape can start to flick up a lot.
It's annoying. It looks annoying for one,
Yeah.
but also it starts to get a little dangerous at times. Like sometimes, if you're doing a grand quatrième or something, and you slide, and your toe gets caught or your shoes get caught on the tape.
I am hurting just thinking about it. When if you're sliding
Trapped,
and your toe gets stuck on it's so painful.
I've seen dancers who've fallen because they're like
I've fallen.
doing a chasse and they like catch on the tape or they're trying to turn and they get stuck. I've seen injuries come from this too. So if your studio has tape flicking up, maybe just alert somebody, be like, the floor needs retaping or something like that. And there is a line, like not every little flick is gonna be catastrophic, but it can easily breach that line between annoying and actually hazardous. So
Yeah.
this one's less so of a pet peeve and it's more just like a general safety concern.
Tape your floors, everybody.
Yes. This one's annoying just not only for the dancers, but also for the teachers. I have done both. This is my ultimate pet peeve, and this is why I love having a live accompanist. When your music runs out mid-combo.
Oh, yes.
As someone who tends to give pretty long combos and
yes.
loves performing long combos because it's good for the stamina and it's good just like, it feels good.
Feels dancey.
Yeah, no, it feels dancey, and oftentimes it lets you do both sides. So if your combination has a right and left side, if you have a long enough track, it'll let you do both sides without stopping, which is great for your stamina.
Beautiful.
However, there are a lot of CDs and like ballet tracks out there that are quite short, and they run out partway through your combination.
Oh my god.
Or sometimes they have like an odd count of bars.
I would almost say I'd rather stop the music while it's still playing. Rather than have it run out mid-combo.
Exactly.
If you're mid-combo and then suddenly the music stops and then you just have to be like, and a 5, and a 6.
Yeah, and then someone has to count or sing very badly because none of us are singers over here, so we can finish the combo.
This is why we keep talking about how much we love live accompanists.
We love them because all you have to do is one more time, please, maestro, and then they just keep going for you. And a lot of times they'll be watching and listening and they'll see, oh, they're not quite done yet. Oh, they're doing a stretch now, so I can slow it down a little bit. Oh, they want to turn around, I'll pick it up and do it again. It's just, we love live accompanists. So please hug your local pianist.
If you have an accompanist,
consider yourself blessed.
Give thanks every day.
They are angels from heaven.
This is another super, super common dancer problem. I feel like all of my dancers out there are already screaming at the screen right now.
Probably.
Being like, please talk about this because everybody suffers from this. And that is that one bobby pin TM. You guys already know what I'm talking about.
You already know what I'm talking about.
This applies to every single dancer who's ever had to wear their hair in a ballet bun. The ballet bun has to be quite solid. Go see that video that we made on
yes.
the perfect ballet bun, TM.
Yes.
The ballet bun naturally has to be very secure. Keep your hair in for all the things that you're doing. And that usually means a significant amount of bobby pins or hairpins. I don't know what it is, but there is always that one bobby pin or that one hairpin that just decides to casually impale your head. And the worst thing is when you can't find it, you'll try to reposition it.
Yeah, you'll try to like pick through the pins and kind of tug on them and pull them out to see, oh, is this the one that's giving me pain? Is this the one that's giving me pain?
And you pick through them all and you're like, okay, none of these are the pin, but somehow there is still a pin.
Yeah, exactly. There's still one pin.
It's like Schrodinger's hairpin.
It's a Schrodinger's hairpin.
One of them is there, but it's also not
there. I feel like this should be studied.
It really should.
Like scientifically studied. It's unexplainable.
It is unexplainable.
Anyway, that one hairpin.
Yes, TM.
You want tips on how to do your bun and probably, hopefully, avoid said hairpin. Go check out that video.
No promises, but you can try.
No promises, of course. This one is a big pet peeve of mine. Again, both as a dancer and as a teacher. Okay, so you know when you're in center, right? And you're going across the floor, perhaps, and you're supposed to go in sets of 2, maybe sets of 4. And you're all kind of like grouping up, peering up and preparing to go across the floor. And you're happily going along until you realize, far too late, that it is an odd number of people.
Oh, that's
and
such a bad situation.
The last group has to be a 3.
Or 2 and one person goes solo.
Or the last person has to go alone.
Yeah, the last person has to decide, like, oh,
do I crowd the other 2 or do I? It's honestly not that big a deal, but it is also extremely unsatisfying when you have groups of 2 and you're that one person.
You're like, it just breaks the symmetry of it.
It does a little bit.
It's
really
petty.
Does. But it breaks. No, it's so petty. It's so petty. Not even gonna hide that one, but
symmetry.
Yeah.
We wish we had it. Speaking of asymmetry, this is a really petty problem that actually bothered me pretty much since my like beginning days of doing ballet.
Go
like
for it.
since I was like 7, 8.
Oh wow, okay,
Like-
so this one goes way back.
This one goes way back. It's when the combination does not accommodate both sides perfectly.
Oh,
And so you have to cheat to get onto the other leg.
This one.
Oh my god. Funny story actually. This is when I first realized that this was a pet peeve for me.
Okay, yeah.
I
go.
was like 7 or 8. I was really young. We were being given a combo and the combination was 4 tendus to the front, 4 tendus to the side, 4 tendus to the back, and 4 tendus to the side. Very simple combo. We were so young. So the teacher's giving it tendu 1, and a 2, and a 3, and a 4.
easy.
Right? Then you go to the side, and a 1, and a 2, and a 3, and a 4. But the problem is you end up back in the front.
Yeah, you can't go to the back after
You
that.
can't go to the back from this. And so what she said is, because we end up back in the front, this is what you have to do. You do 4 to the front, 2, and 3, and 4. And when you go to the side, instead of changing right away,
You have the first one where you came from.
you have to close in the front again. Front and back and front and back. And
She's like, you have to cheat it. You have to go to the front first, where
Yeah.
you came from. And where I'm like,
my tiny little brain imploded. I was like, I can't deal with What do you mean we don't change every time?
I won't lie, this kind of got to me as well.
Yeah. And even to this day, I engineer my combinations,
No.
try and accommodate
The second side.
that second side
Yeah.
as seamlessly as possible.
Yeah, even if you do first and first and first and fifth.
Or like fifth and fifth and first and fifth.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
at least it works because you change every time.
Or fifth and PK close. Anything to avoid the cheat.
It's petty. It's
It's
so
petty and it's really not a big deal. In almost any class you take, some combo will inevitably have that little cheat step. It is correct. It's not actually a cheat. We just call it a cheat, but it's really not. It's
Yeah.
really standard.
Objectively, there is nothing wrong with
There's
it.
nothing wrong. But for us personally, and please, you guys, raise a hand in the comments, like just put a little, if you can relate with this, because surely we are not the only ones.
It's just, I don't know what it is about it. It's just deeply unsatisfying.
Okay, anyway, that one is very, very annoying.
Deeply rooted childhood trauma with No, I'm joking. It's so unreasonable. It's genuinely
a little unreasonable, but it still matters. This one is a pet peeve, yes, but it's more just, I think it's more just embarrassing.
Okay.
Because it's more of a skill issue.
Fair. Okay, shoot. Let's
But
have
like,
it.
okay, when you're doing the combo, especially like a traveling combo, and you misjudge the amount of space required to do the combo, and so you do the first half of the combo, you're traveling, you're doing it big, you feel like you're flying, and all of a sudden you realize you still have 3/4 of a combo to go, and you only have this much room to do it in. So that's really fun.
Too many times.
Yeah, it happened a lot. I think especially if you're one of the first people doing the combo,
Yes.
and you're kind of like the guinea pig group, if you will.
The test subject,
Yeah,
the control group.
The control group. It's a pet peeve, but it's more like, oh, you just really misjudged
Yeah.
your space. And sometimes it's like less dramatic than that, and sometimes it's like, oh wow, you really weren't thinking. But it's not really a pet peeve because it's 100% within your control, you know? So
It's like, can we call it a pet peeve if it's like, oh, well, that's just you're just
Yeah.
bad at spatial awareness?
yeah, and honestly, sometimes it's not even the dancer's fault. Sometimes it is the teacher's fault as well.
Oh,
Being someone who gives combos
Yes.
sometimes.
Oh my god. Speaking as a teacher,
Yeah.
it's so embarrassing.
embarrassing.
when the students are like doing the combo and they run out of room, I'm like, oh, that was a terribly designed combo.
Sorry, guys. Sorry.
Yeah, I know. So, you know,
Yeah.
both sides have a say. You know, for the dancer, it might be a little embarrassing. Don't worry. For the teacher,
It's also embarrassing.
it's also embarrassing. It's like, oh, I gave you a,
Oh, I'm
a terrible
sorry.
combo. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's not uncommon.
Yeah.
Teachers will kind of miscalculate or misjudge on occasion. Dancers will miscalculate or misjudge on occasion. And it's equally embarrassing for both. But don't worry.
We're all-
in it together. We've all done it. So there is no shame. There is no
Honestly,
shame
yeah.
whatsoever. But
It is a situation that happens often. It is a pet peeve on one
Yeah.
hand, but it's also deeply hilarious
Yeah,
on the
okay,
other
yes,
hand.
yes, yes.
So we really can't hate on this one, but we are going to bring it to your attention because I think it's funny. And this is when your ballet class playlist will sort of arrange classic pieces of ballet rep
oh yes, yes, yes.
But to
or
s-
classical music.
or classical music
yeah.
to suit the combinations. On one hand, it's brilliant because you get to do, you know, your pirouettes and stuff to Waltz of the Flowers, for example.
yeah, exactly.
But it also can get pretty funny because then you'll find yourself in class doing fondues to Black Swan, but arranged in a tango.
And a lot of the time, it can be done really, really well. We have
Yes.
some really wonderful ballet class playlists that we love that are inspired by, you know, classical music or classical ballet rep and stuff like
And
that.
we use those like 90%
Yes,
of the time.
we use them a lot. We
because
love them.
it's great and I think it's hilarious.
But there are some times where the arrangement, the specific arrangement, can just be a little bit like they're reaching a little bit. Like there's a point where it's like, oh yeah,
Yes.
that's a really cool arrangement or like reimagining of this, you know, classical piece. And then there's some like, okay, you guys, take 5 cannot be played in a 6, all right?
I forgot about that one.
I don't think we can play it here because it'll get flagged by copyright, but we all know that piece, Take 5,
Take
right?
5, famous jazz piece.
And it's like counted in a 5. There's a ballet rendition of that specifically to accommodate ballet classes, but instead of counted in a 5, it's counted in a 6. All of our jazz people I know are going to be like writhing
Screaming,
and screaming and like throwing up. I'm so sorry to have brought this to your attention, but it is a real thing.
I forgot about that one.
I love jazz music. But I'm like not a huge like jazz
Like expert
or anything. But
We're
even
not.
that maybe wince a little bit.
The jazz gods are angry.
Oh, I know. You know the other one?
Oh.
Golden Idol. Dun,
Yeah.
dun, 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 dun. Dun, dun, dun.
Weird dead beat. Nothing happened.
Yeah, I know, just an extra beat, and I feel like for that specific piece, just because it's such an iconic piece of ballet rep, it actually throws me off in the combo more than if I had to do the combo in a 5. I'm not saying that this is wrong. It is not wrong. Sorry to all of our jazz people.
And honestly, it makes sense because
It does.
again, dancers we almost always dance in 8s
Yes.
or 3s or 6s.
Yes.
Never in 5s or 7s or weird time signatures.
Yeah, no.
So like, yeah, it does get butchered. I'm so sorry.
It can get butchered, and to a point, especially if you are very close to that piece.
Feels a bit like sacrilege.
A little bit, and so it is kind of a pet peeve, but honestly, it can be so funny. It kind of like edges the line of genius in some ways, so you can't really hate it too much.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
This one's a pet peeve, but it's also like a very endearing, very affectionate pet peeve,
Yeah.
if you would. This one is kind of a less common pet peeve, and so I kind of forgot about this one. Okay, you know, in the beginning of a combination, when you have like an introduction to sort of introduce the tempo, the standard is a 4. So you'll have like a 5 and a 6 and a 7 and an 8.
Right.
But I think sometimes we get so attached to the 4 count intro that sometimes we forget that there are also 2 count intros or sometimes an 8 count intro.
Every single piece in the playlist, in the album,
Yeah.
in the ballet class will have 5 and 6 and 7 and 8, or
Yeah.
5 and a 6 and a 7 and a 8, and then there will be that one outlier that goes 7 and a 8 and a 1, and then you're like,
And you're just standing
I
there,
wasn't
and then
ready.
all of a sudden the real combo starts, and you're like, oh snap. Or this one's worse. It's an 8.
oh god.
And you start early.
Yeah, and you 5 and a 6 and a 7 and a 8, and you go, and then it's like, we're still on intro. And then you have to
Stop, freeze, shuffle back, reset. That one's always very interesting. I think for the teacher as well, as you're supposed to warn people if it's
It's 2 counts.
it's only a 2 count intro, and if maybe you played the music and you weren't really aware that it was a 2 count, and then it ends up being a 2 count and everyone's scrambling, then you have to actually pause the music,
Yeah.
restart it, let everybody know. Sorry guys, 2 counts. Here we go. Again. And then you have to play the music again. And this is where it gets disruptive, and I think this is what makes it a pet peeve, because ordinarily, like, a whatever, 2 counts, whatever. But the fact that you have to stop the music,
Yeah.
get everybody on the same page, rewind the music, and restart, that's the part that's the pet peeve for me.
And it's funny because it's really no fault of anyone.
No, it's not.
It's no one's at fault
not.
here. Like, I have nothing against 2 count intros. I have nothing against 8 count intros. I have nothing against 4 count intros. It's just, unfortunately, we're very used to 4 count intros. The remedy to that is really just to be adaptable.
It really is.
So it's really a skill issue on our part.
It is a skill issue on our part, but honestly, who can actually anticipate?
Yeah, who knows?
That
Luck of the
music, you
draw.
know what I'm saying?
It's like Russian roulette.
Yeah,
Like
exactly.
all of them will be a 4 count intro except for that 1 or 2.
Yeah, exactly.
Again, skill issue. We'll work on it.
Yeah, we're working on it.
You guys, we have finished our tea.
Yes.
We have spilled it all for you.
Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video just as much as we enjoyed this tea.
And hopefully you got to learn a little bit more about ballet culture, TM, and all of the deeply, unnecessarily petty problems that we
Yes.
dancers face on the daily. And honestly, this is not meant to be like a negative video.
No, it's not hatred toward any of these items.
course not.
Honestly, it's petty, yes, but ultimately it's so subjective. And at the end of the day, we still look at these items on the list with a fond sort of annoyance.
Yes.
And I guess that kind of like proves how much you love something, you know, if you're able to see the good, see the bad, and still love it all anyways.
Yep.
So if you enjoyed the video, like the video, of course, and please let us know your personal balletic pet peeves
Yes.
as well in the comments, because we'd be very interested to read them.
All of your fondly annoying
Yes,
ballet
pet peeves.
Please.
Go ham. Let us know. Don't hold back.
Humor us. Please share this video with
Yes.
a ballet nerd / dancer in your life. Ask them how many they relate to. To our dancers out there, hi, we see you. Please tell us we're not the only ones. If you want to see more of us for whatever reason, don't know why you'd want to do that. No, I'm joking. Make sure to hit the subscribe button because we do post on here every single Saturday. Huge goal of ours for 2026 is to make it to 100K ballet nerds around the world.
So cool.
That would be awesome. Our YouTube silver plaque. If you guys are willing to help us make it happen, then you know what to do.
Yes, and we believe in you guys. You guys are so awesome, and if we've gotten this far, we know you guys can help take it all the way.
We also want to say a huge thank you to our patrons for making this video possible. Thank you guys. We love you. Our patrons are the ones that are literally keep things running behind the scenes for us and our team and the channel as a whole.
They keep the lights on, they keep Michelangelo running, and they
keep Cameron appeased.
And they keep our team happy. So if you guys have been enjoying our content for a while and you want to help us continue on this journey, then please consider becoming a patron. It's very, very easy to do. Just click the link in the description box and follow the directions, I guess.
Yep. Or you can visit patreon.com/balletrain. Yes. And we would appreciate that so much. Anyways, I think that is all from us for now.
Yeah.
This is Ballet Rain signing off. Until the next video. Bye. Cameron has an upgrade. Because now she doesn't stop filming after 30 minutes.
I love you, Cameron.
Her stamina has improved. I'm proud of you.
You have outrun me, Cameron. I am so proud of you.
She used to literally stop filming after every 30 minutes and we'd have to like restart her.
And if we like forgot to reset her and she shut off,
then you just stop filming and you lose the footage.
We lose the footage.
But now we got a Cameron upgrade, so
everyone say hello to the new Cameron.
Hey, Cameron.
There's some party emojis for a warm welcome.
She's wonderful.
Yes,
she's beautiful.
Cameron.
Stamina through the roof. no complaints.
Oh, thank you. Hot hands.
It's that cold, you guys.
It is, right? I'm not the only.
Okay.
I'm not the only one.
Admittedly, yesterday especially was actually very cold. Legitimately cold. So no judgment for the heat pack this time.
Good. It's all in good fun at the end of the day.
Annoyance.
Exactly.
It's proof that you have a good relationship with something or someone if you have a lot of fond annoyances about them.
Exactly.
Right?
Exactly.
You would know.
So
another one. Sorry. Another one is
Sorry.
I didn't mean. I'm just kidding.
Oh my God. Okay.
As I was saying.